What's up, Tudorinos? Brando back here once again with Mass Effect. And, well, I'm not up there in the corner, number one. It's too freaking hot. This room does not have any AC, and I have to have my light on, have to have all this stuff on. And without all that stuff on, it is a lot cooler back here. Number two, my voice, if it sounds a little scratchy, I don't know what's going on with my voice. Might have blown some vocal cords or some sorts. But we are here. We are live and stuck. We have got stuck already on the Normandy. If you watched the earlier video, you saw where we got stuck. Anyway, we are here. We got control of the Normandy. Shepard's a Spectre. We're about ready to go and start the missions, to start the actual. I mean, you can say what you want. Like, everything we've done up to this point is just like the preamble. Now the game begins. Shepard already made his speech.
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on our ship, though.
Yeah, they're on our side.
We're all on the same team here, Presley.
With all due respect, sir, that's what they said about Nihilus. Look how that turned out.
Oh, come on now.
I'm in charge here, Presley. I decide if we have non-humans on this vessel.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Put it into that crap. Now,
Carry on, Presley.
this game
Yes, sir.
only has so many dialogue options to go through for each character. The subsequent games would have more as the story goes on. So I can kind of separate some of the dialogues, because once you talk to Presley like that time, there's not too much else to say to him later. So, what's up, Caden?
Anything you need, Commander?
So, after every mission, you can kind of ask him what's going on.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I don't see how we could have done things any better. At least not without getting to Eden Prime sooner. And we were on the scene faster than any other Alliance ship could have been.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal debriefings later.
Alrighty.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
Goodbye. That's open. Dr. Chakwas.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
Seeing that we've already talked to
I
her
should
about
go.
those things,
Goodbye, Commander.
we can carry on. That looks like to be the dining area. Now we actually get to go inside this elevator, which is the slowest elevator in the history of ever. There we are. Now this dude over here is the guy you can buy weapons from.
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. It's not standard Alliance issue, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
Again, like I said earlier about buying those licenses, the more that you buy, the more weapons that he can get, the more items.
What are licenses? Why do you need them?
Manufacturers sell licenses. Each license allows me to buy and sell a certain brand of products. I already have several basic ones, but you'll need to buy more if you want me to bring in different brands. Many of the best licenses are hard to get, but they're well worth the cost if you can find them.
What do the different manufacturers offer?
There are too many for me to keep track of, but each license will explain what it's good for.
How often will you get new items?
Well, that depends on how many licenses you've purchased, but I'll rotate items on a regular basis regardless. And anytime we land someplace with a big enough port, I'll buy, sell, and trade whatever I can. Check back often. I need to move items quickly, so only the most basic items will be stocked consistently.
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
So out of the gate, he's got some of the Spectre Master Gears already. Expensive stuff that we could go and buy if I did the money glitch. But if I do that, I mean, I'm not going to waste time recording myself doing that. That is just such a time waster. But we'll make our rounds.
Thanks for bringing me on board, Commander. I knew working with the Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
Oh, yeah?
Have you worked with a Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
Well, can't complain with that.
Being a Spectre does have its advantages.
Exactly my point. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it. But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
Well, you know, my boy, you know, Garrus, he's going to go on to better things. But I can understand why that would be a really, you know, kind of a life-changing experience. I mean, you're going to end up just shifting careers.
I hope you made the right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC. Either way, I plan to make the most of this. And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
As long as you do your job well, you're free to go about your business as you see fit.
Thank you, Commander.
My boy. Oh, we can, where is it? I saw it. There it is. Got a codex with a makeup. Over here.
Commander?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Kinda wish you'd got there sooner, Commander. No offense, I appreciate the rescue. I just wish...
You wish we'd been able to save the rest of your unit?
Yes, sir. If I had been more alert, we wouldn't have been cut down by an ambush.
Be more alert then. But, I mean, really. Number one, it's hard to expect an ambush on a planet that has seen no action like Eden Prime, but also with the geth, that was completely unexpected. But
we never trained to fight synthetics. The geth haven't gone beyond the Veil in 3 centuries.
Our training's supposed to make us able to adapt. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Do you have a few minutes to talk one-on-one?
I'm sorry, Commander. I need to get my duties squared away. I wouldn't mind talking more later, though.
no.
Dismissed, Chief.
Sir.
Nice ship you've got, Shepard. What can I do for you?
How you doing?
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story. Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
Come on.
You Krogan lived for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
They tried the same with us, but we fought them off.
It's not the same.
It isn't the same, Shepard. The Turians fought you. They didn't chemically neuter you.
Seems pretty much the same to me.
No.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
I suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
Sorry, Rex. I wasn't trying to get you upset.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago. The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected, every one, and no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist? You ask a Krogan, would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
So yeah, talking to Rex, he's your only Krogan really, like, he's the only real Krogan story outlet in the first game. You meet some other Krogans, but they're mostly just enemies and you fight them. But Rex is it. He's your gateway into the Krogan, and then of course that expands into the second game when you actually go to the homeworld. Adams?
Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian Tally? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
Oh. Alright.
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
Well, of course.
I figured she'd be a real asset to the team.
You got an eye for talent, Commander, but I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
I want to know more about the Normandy.
Yeah, that's it.
She's the best ship I've ever served on, probably the fastest vessel ever designed. And she's the only one using the new Tantalus drive core.
What's so special about the Tantalus drive core?
Proportionally, it's about twice the size of any other vessel. Not only are we faster, but we can run at FTL speeds longer before we have to discharge the core.
Fill me in on the IES stealth systems. How does it work exactly?
You can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation. Too easy for sensors to pick them up, unless you find a way to capture those emissions. So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself. No emissions to give away our location. Eventually the sinks have to be vented. More than a few hours silent running and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
There's no way for anyone to detect us?
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day. But you have to be pretty close to get an actual visual out in space. Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they can't see us. Not unless we accelerate to FTL speeds.
Why doesn't it work with faster than light travel?
Cranking up the FTL blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks. As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare. Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing, and we've got the only one.
Where else have you served, Adams?
If you name a class of Alliance ship, I've probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and carriers right down to frigates like the Normandy. My last assignment was on the Tokyo, only a cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
The Normandy's a prototype. Cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the geth.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla. Grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
So, again with Tali and the Quarian, uh-oh. Have a little bit of a capture freeze. Hopefully that's not going to happen anymore. Hopefully you were able to hear all that. But Tali is she is your one-stop shop for information on the Quarians for this first game. You don't really meet too many other Quarians, if any, if I can remember. And all the information that you learn about the geth and the Quarians come directly from her.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for survival. The bonds among my people are strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed. In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births, though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials.
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency. To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty, and they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts. It's a safeguard that served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
I want to know more about the geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins, what they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Interesting.
The geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
How come the Council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. 1 million geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
So, the geth share brain power?
Many of the geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby geth. Basically, the more of them you have in a group, the smarter they are.
So there's some sort of group consciousness?
No, nothing like that. They cannot share sensory data or information. Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input. Each geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious. But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
Yeah, it's kind of a lot to digest there.
That doesn't make any sense.
I'm probably oversimplifying. The geth are incredibly advanced and complex creations. All you need to know is that they get smarter when they gather in large numbers. As we built more and more geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose? As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
Well, you didn't design them to be self-conscious. You designed them to kind of be your slave workers. Servants.
I don't see what's so bad about those questions.
The geth were created to engage in mundane, repetitive, or dangerous manual labor. That's fine for machines, but it won't satisfy a sentient being for long. The geth were showing signs of rudimentary self-awareness and independent thought. If the geth were intelligent, then we were essentially using them as slaves. It was inevitable the newly sentient geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all geth. The geth responded to this order violently.
Well, can you blame them?
You didn't really think they'd just let you destroy them without a fight, did you?
The hope was that most of the geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil. Now we drift through space, exile, searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
Well, it's almost kind of like you sowed your own seed, you made your own bed, all those kind of things.
It's hard to feel sorry for you. Your ancestors tried to wipe out another species.
We made a mistake when we created the geth in the first place, but we did not make a mistake when we went to war against them. If we had not acted, they would have wiped us out. They're a synthetic life form. They have no use for organics. None. Why do you think they cut themselves off from the rest of the galaxy? Why do you think they've killed every organic being who's ever tried to contact them?
Except one.
They didn't kill Saren.
What does that tell you? The geth are not innocent victims in all this. They're the enemy. They want to destroy us. Not just the Quarians. All organic life. That's why they've joined up with Saren. And that's why we have to stop him.
We'll ask about the pilgrimage next time.
I should go.
I should go. They have
you
stuff
later.
to do. So again, with the geth, she's kind of like your only conduit into that kind of information for the first game. So now we can take the slow-ass elevator back up and start the first mission. Second mission of the game, I guess. First one being the Eden Prime. Alright. Don't want to make any of you guys motion sickness, I know. My co-host Mike gets motion sickness. Just in case he's watching this. Alright. Slow-ass elevator is now up. Now open up the galaxy map. We are currently at the Citadel. We'll zoom out. Check out the Milky Way. So here we have a few things that are labeled. Of course, we have Asteroid X57. That's actually a DLC called Bring Down the Sky. That'll be its own thing. Pinnacle Station, I don't even know if we're going to check that out, maybe. It's a DLC, and it just really doesn't really do much for you, to be honest with you. But first, we're going to hit Liara's dig site. And I don't remember which one it's in. We'll go to Sparta. Alright. Doesn't look like here. No, none of these. Of course. Well, you can go to each planet and you can read. They have a lore for each planet, including, information on it. That's awesome. So all these ones that you go to, you might find random missions.
Commander, I'm picking up a signal from the planet's surface. It looks like an automated distress beacon.
Like this one. So we're going to exit that real quick and check the journal. So that this is the planet that Admiral Kahoku wanted us to check out. We are here, so why not do it? Yeah, we're gonna roll with the boys. Now we get to drive probably the worst vehicle in video game history. Mako. Alright, so each planet has its little map. A couple different things that we can go check out. Distress signals up here. Should probably get him points for him. 2. You know what? Immunity. Seems like he can use that advantage. Alright. Let's go to equipment real quick. He's already decked out. Switch him over. What about that? Alright. Let's go ahead. You can go to the map. You can mark. It'll show up on your screen. Now, where we're going. We're going to have our first encounter with a very dangerous enemy. Hopefully, I do not perish. I need to get out of here. There is a slight chance that this son of a bitch will actually manifest underneath you. And if that happens, Mako will cease to exist. Him. Stay away. Oh no, right in front of me. Nope, 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 nope. He shoots that liquid venom at you. It's also not a good time. Ah, over there. Move, move, move. Come on. Where'd you go? Come on. Where are you at? Right there. See nothing.
Alliance soldiers. Looks like they were lured here by the distress beacon.
Yeah.
Looks like these men were under Admiral Kahoko's command. He'd want to know what happened here.
Is that all we do? Can we turn off the distress signal?
No sense standing around.
I guess not. So if I remember correctly, if you're able to kill anything on foot and not use the Mako, like if I'd have killed that thing on foot, I would have got more experience points for it. But that's not always worth your time. Anyway, you know, we're here. We'll go over here and check out this anomaly. And hopefully not get stuck, and hopefully no more thresher maws. None of the terrains that you can visit in this vehicle are flat. They're always up high on some mountain with cavernous ravines that you can then get stuck inside of. If you think that you can get stuck on foot, you haven't seen anything yet. What the hell? Mummified Solarian. ID tag. Captain Milan's identification tag. How it didn't appear is impossible to know. What the hell? Where?
Perimeter secured.
Garrus sending off false alarms. Thanks a lot there, pal. My bad. Here I am launching cannons. Anyway, if we never talked to Admiral Kahoku, we still would have found that distress beacon. That still would have been a thing. So that's pretty cool, but I'm not going to roam around the whole planet after I check out this debris thing. See if there's anything else. Mostly it's a whole lot of nothing. What we got? Crash probe. Oh, I cannot. My electronics is too low. Garrus. So, because I don't have any electronics, it goes off of the electronic skills that we bring with us. And his is only a 1. So, I'm going to have to really focus on that. Decryption is another thing that we're going to have to focus on as well. But that's why it helps sometimes to bring along Tali or Caden for just these things. So, we are going to go ahead and head back to Normandy. We got what we came for. All right. Before we go any further, this journal in Mass Effect 1 is a lot more detailed. Of course, I was hoping that I'd be able to actually, it would tell me exactly what system she was in. But just like how we did on the Missing Marines, it told us what planet it was on. Now we have to go back to the Citadel. We will be going back to the Citadel, but not for a minute. Mr. Koku can wait. I don't know why we can't send a message to let him know. We'll head over here to Knossos. See if I'm trying to remember the name of the planet. Fastios, maybe this is it? No. Therum, that's where she is. Alright, so we found it. We'll check out these planets first, see if there's anything here that we can find. Nothing. Sometimes you'll be able, just by clicking on the planet, you'll get codex or some, survey. What we got here? Gas deposit. Scans. So, yeah, you'll find some stuff. Go along. You'll find some side stuff. Oh, unknown. What is this? Scan. Metal-rich asteroid. Heavy metals. We found some heavy metal out in space. Here we are. Let's go get Liara. And let's see. we'll go ahead and stick. We'll stick with the boys. So unlike the last planet we went to, well, we actually leveled up, and I didn't even realize it. All right. You know what? Health. Assault rifle. Electronics for you, and for you, let's go ahead and get you ready to learn something. All right, so like I was gonna say, that last planet was more open, and it was just kind of a big square. These story levels where you go to are actually kind of more of a windy level, so we've got to make our way around.
Commander, I'm picking up some strange readings. Really strange, like off the damn charts.
Uh-huh.
It looks like it's coming from an underground complex a few clicks away from the drop zone.
So first you want to stay away from the lava. Do your very best driving in this horrible vehicle. I thought something was shooting at me for a second. Geth. Oh, look at that. How nice. So these geth tanks, armatures. So we got 300 something experience for that, and we were inside the Mako when we got the kill. We wouldn't have got as many. It would have been half, because obviously with this thing we have the cannon and all that stuff. So what I'm going to do is that I will weaken them and then kill them outside.
Only a fool punches a knapsack in the mouth. We should sneak around and pull its tail.
Uh-huh. Whatever you say, Rex. Ah. It's all right, Rex. Get up. Should probably equip my assault rifle. So yeah, they do hit and they do hurt. As you can see, poor Rex did not survive the encounter, but
redeploy. I've lost shield.
I'm just gonna. You guys go. I'll bring the car forward. Boom. How did that miss? Where are you at? Right around the corner? Loot. That was not an easy decryption. Normally they are a lot slower and less. Okay, so we have medium armor for Turian and heavy for human. I don't think I can equip heavy yet. However, there is a glitch to do so. Damn. All right. Let me see if I can remember how to do this. Nope. I did that wrong. There it is. So if you press the turn to Omnigel and A really fast, right, like at the same time or right after each other, you'll get this. Do you want to turn to Omnigel? No. And then you can select one of these. Well, what you're actually selecting now is a glitched armor. So the armor that we want to equip is second from the top, which is this one. So if I click it, we're now wearing the no, we're not wearing the heavy armor. Which one are we wearing? Maybe we want to be wearing that one. We're wearing the medium Turian armor. Uh-oh. All right. So what we'll do is that we will just equip this one and try again. So what are we wearing? That one. So wait, hold on. So if I just click it, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So you got to count from the bottom, I think. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Heavy armor human. Look at that right there. Glitched myself into it. Now we can put what the hell we want on there. We are going to get extra shields. He's wearing light armor. We can do the same thing for him. Go all the way down here. And what was it, number 4? Yeah, there we go. I glitched himself into some better armor. Yeah, whatever. And that's the armor glitch. Got it. We don't even have the, and so now you can use that if you are running a something that is lighter run or whoa, fucking turret. If you are running a biotic and there's no, holy shit! Wow. So that happened. So now we're going to start the whole level over again. Fudge. Anyway. Are we? Do we have the same equipment? No. Wow. That sucked. Complete redo. Oh wait, no. Undo. Because then I did assault rifle and electronics. All right. Yeah, so apparently walls do not stop cannon fire. I was not protected. And all that was for naught. Light in the distance. A good solar flare. Ah! But at least we didn't make it halfway through the damn level. And you know, this is an old game. Should probably save and look more often because there's no checkpoints. Dropship coming in. We're gonna make quick work of this. Come on now. Aim is true. All right. Again with the weapon. Now you watch when we go back there and get that loot again. It won't be the same loot. The armor we got, it's random sometimes. You may not get the same exact shit.
Only a fool punches a knapsack in the mouth. We should sneak around.
Oh my gosh. And that is why this vehicle is horrible. Whoa. All right. Method to the madness. To help level up a lot quicker if we just kill everything outside. Oh crap. My power, I'm gonna die again. Ship, in the ship. Well, we lived. Barely. Yeah, see, we got guns this time, no armor. Stupid. Back to plan, we're gonna shoot that thing with the cannon and wear it down. I got a little too cocky. Oh, 3 of them. Boom. Boom. Oh no. So now we have to sit here and repair the damn vehicle. All right, we are going to try and take these things out. Got it? No, I did not. There it is. Level up. There's the next one. Come on, Rex. Rex ate that one for me. Thank you, Garrus. Oh, dang it. There. All right, boys. Get on up. We lived. We leveled up. Thought that was one of my wheels for a second. All right. I don't remember which one to go in first. One of these opens up the damn door. Not this one. Okay, we lived through that this time. There's a locked crate over there that I have missed. Me missing loot. I can't believe that. All right. Biotic amp. What we should do is save the damn game before we progress. That way, if we die, we come back here. We also should level up. So you can end up increasing your damage. Master that all the way up to 80% damage protection. But we are going to go. We'll do one in there and one in assault training. For you, my friend. I think we ended up we want to throw. No. Advanced warp. No, you did. Screw it. We'll unlock throw. We will continue on your electronics training. That way we're not caught with our pants down. And we got new equipment that we got. When you kill enemies, sometimes it just gives you stuff. Well, here it is. A lot of them are upgrades. Have a duration bonus, power bonus, whatever. All right. Oh. Maybe we have enough Omnigel. We can heal the rest of our car before I move on. Omnigel will not be a problem eventually. We are going to have so much loot, we can either sell it or turn it into Omnigel, and we will just turn it all into Omnigel eventually. I will probably do the money glitch off screen. More of these geth walking tanks. Metal Gear. I was highly entertained the closer we got. Garrus and Rex were pointing at these two guys over here instead of the one we were directly in front of. That's absolutely ridiculous. Leveled up again already. Go for that. Advanced immunity. For you, learn your some throw. You will increase your shotgun. You're running shotgun, so. You will learn more electronics, or maybe you should learn decryption now that you've got that much. Screw it. 1 decryption. 2 decryption. We'll level up again in no time. More equipment, more stuff. See? All the stuff. All get turned on to gel eventually. That's not an armature, that's a freaking Colossus. I'll take lesser on those. Oh no, I hit the wrong button. When you're repairing, you are a... No, get out of the car. Out of the car. Immunity. Item. Guiding. Crap. Adrenaline burst. Immunity. Nope, nope, nope. Immunity. Nope, nope. Oh, damn it. I kneeled. We're going to do this. We are going to do this. We are going to do this. We're going to kill that damn Colossus on foot. It is worth it. It isn't worth the backtracking. Done messing around. And I still get hit. Look at that. Only me. Got him. Before I continue, save. We're not doing that over again. All right. And we leveled up because, of course, we did. We're moving you towards that. Screw it. You now have advanced immunity. Not what I did last time, but whatever. So notice, when you kill them in the Mako, you get 12 experience points. When you kill them on foot, you get 62. Your on foot experience is drastically increased. It's a small difference on those little guys, but for the bigger dudes, it really sets you up. near our destination. Yes, whoa! Ah, damn. Okay. Yes, we are. I'm going to take this opportunity to save again. There's no penalty for saving. And what all new stuff have we been getting? And just some good stuff. You know what we probably should do? Combat sensor. Heat absorption. Wait, no. My bad. Yeah, let's do heat absorption, and then we'll do... We got anything for specifically for synthetics? Here we go. Plus damage for synthetics. I don't know why Garrus's health does not, like, refill. I do not know Unity yet, do I? No, I do not. Garrus, get up. There he is. Where you at, boy? Come on, man. All right. Got up here. Maybe if I use Metagel right here. There we go. He's all right now. Come on, dude. Lessons in getting stuck. With Brando. Wait. Almost there. I would like to know how she has survived all of this. We are in. I'm not redoing all that. Save. We leveled up again. Combat armor, why not? You. Shotgun. Carnage. And Carnage. You. Damping. And more electronics. They got a Spider-Man geth. bastards. What those little guys do, they will overheat your weapons. Colossus. That's good. That didn't work at bringing him up. All right. I will do that. Do that. And that. Light this thing up. Alright, Garrus, get up. Trust me, I cannot wait. I love this game, and I love its story, but I love the gameplay of Mass Effect 2 so much better.
Aside from the Citadel, I mean.
Can you hear me out there? I'm trapped. I need help.
Liara to Sony, I presume.
Thank the goddess. I did not think anyone would come looking for me. Listen, this thing I'm in is a Prothean security device. I cannot move, so I need you to get me out of it, all right?
How'd you end up in there?
I was exploring the ruins when the geth showed up, so I hid in here. Can you believe that? Geth beyond the veil!
Mm-hmm.
I activated the tower's defenses. I knew the barrier curtains would keep them out. When I turned it on, I must have hit something I wasn't supposed to. I was trapped in here. You must get me out, please!
Your mother is working with Saren. Whose side are you on?
What? I am not on anybody's side. I may be Benezia's daughter, but I'm nothing like her. I have not spoken to her in years. Please, just get me out of here.
Alright.
We just need to figure some way past this energy field.
It's a Prothean barrier curtain. I knew it would keep me safe from the geth.
When I turned it on, I must have hit something I wasn't supposed to. I was trapped in here. You must get me out, please.
Okay.
Any suggestions on how we can help?
There is a control in here that should deactivate this thing. You'll have to find some way past the barrier curtain. That's the tricky part. The defenses cannot be shut off from the outside. I don't know how you'll get in here. Be careful. There is a Krogan with the geth. They have been trying different ways to get past the barrier.
Well, I got my own.
Let's go.
Funny, you can do these missions in any order, and if you save Liara for last, she'll be stuck in there for quite a while, and she'll like be nearly delirious when you actually come and get her. Ow. Ow again. Don't mind me, Liara. I'm just looking for loot. Which I have found. Say, let me open it, please. I hit the wrong button. So that's what happens when you fail it. Now you can't do that little mini game, and you have to use Omnigel, of which we have 52. Oh yeah, leveled up again here. Here, we need Unity. I'm an idiot for not getting that sooner. That and decryption. Get more decryption. And you, one here, one here. Sure. Start filling it out. So it's 20 Omnigel. Gee, many Christmas. Watch, it's nothing useful. Oh no, there's some weapons. All right. So. Some weapons, so we can, again, we can actually turn these all into Omnigel. Some of the lesser ones here. Yep. Because everything we got is actually not as good as what we have. So each one turns it into 4. Not a lot, but I mean, you do end up massing quite a few here. There we go. So we got more than what we had when we did it. Alright, let's go over here and get her out of there. Wrap up on this episode of Brando failing and dying. Oh, crap. What I had to do was try to guess the code for that, and I guessed it on the first try. These remind me of prison cells. Wonder what kind of facility this was. How you doing?
How did you get in here? I didn't think there was any way past the barrier.
We blasted through with the mining laser.
Of course. Yes, that makes sense. Please, get me out of here before more geth arrive. That button over there should shut down this containment field.
Any idea how we get out of this place?
There is an elevator back in the center of the tower. At least I think it's an elevator. It should take us out of here. Come on.
She thinks. Right into a Krogan's lap.
I still cannot believe all this. Why would the geth come after me? Do you think Benezia's involved?
Saren's looking for the conduit. You're a Prothean expert. Obviously, he wants you to help him find it.
The conduit, but I don't know.
What the hell was that?
These ruins are not stable. That mining laser must have triggered a seismic event. We have to hurry. The whole place is caving in.
Joker, get the Normandy airborne and lock in on my signal. On the double, mister.
Aye, aye, Commander. Secure and away. ETA 8 minutes.
If I die in here, I'll kill him. Brando, don't. That would be more fun.
Well?
We don't have time to deal with this idiot. Charge!
I like your attitude.
Alright, so we're gonna... Ah, dang it. Oh, man. Please don't make me do this over again, please. Please start me right from the fight. This isn't a modern game. There's no more...
I still
Okay,
cannot
good.
believe...
Saren's looking for the
Alright, so what do we gotta do?
We have to hurry.
Just get through those dialogue options. Try again.
Brando, don't. That would be more fun.
We don't...
Well, we lived. Oh, we got her.
Too close, Commander. 10 more seconds we would have been swimming in molten sulfur. The Normandy isn't equipped to land in exploding volcanoes. They tend to fry our sensors and melt our hull. Just for future reference.
We almost died out there, and your pilot is making jokes?
Yeah, well, he did save us.
Joker pulled our asses out of there. I think he's earned the right to a few bad jokes.
I see. It must be a human thing. I don't have a lot of experience dealing with your species, Commander. But I am grateful to you. You saved my life back there, and not just from the volcano. Those geth would have killed me or dragged me off to Saren.
What did Saren want with you? Do you know something about the conduit?
Only that it was somehow connected to the Prothean extinction. That is my real area of expertise. I have spent the past 50 years trying to figure out what happened to them.
How old are you exactly?
I hate to admit it, but I am only 106.
Damn! I hope I look that good when I'm your age.
A century may seem like a long time to a short-lived species like yours. But among the Asari, I am barely considered more than a child. That is why my research has not received the attention it deserves. Because of my youth, other Asari scholars tend to dismiss my theories on what happened to the Protheans.
I've got my own theory on why the Protheans disappeared.
With all due respect, Commander, I have heard every theory out there. The problem is finding evidence to support them. The Protheans left remarkably little behind. It is almost as if someone did not want the mystery solved. It is like someone came along after the Protheans were gone and cleansed the galaxy of clues. But here is the incredible part. According to my findings, the Protheans were not the first galactic civilization to mysteriously vanish. This cycle began long before them.
Where'd you come up with this theory? I thought there wasn't any evidence.
I have been working on this for 50 years. I have tracked down every scrap and shred of evidence. Eventually, subtle patterns start to emerge, patterns that hint at the truth. It is difficult to explain to someone else. I cannot point to one specific thing to prove my case. It is more a feeling derived from a half-century of dedicated research. But I know I'm right, and eventually I will be able to prove it. There were other civilizations before the Protheans. This cycle has repeated itself many times over.
What cycle? What are you talking about?
The galaxy is built on a cycle of extinction. Each time a great civilization rises up, it is suddenly and violently cast down. Only ruins survive. The Protheans rose up from a single world until their empire spanned the entire galaxy. Yet even they climbed to the top on the remains of those who came before. Their greatest achievements, the mass relays and the Citadel, are based on the technology of those who came before them. And then, like all the other forgotten civilizations throughout galactic history, the Protheans disappeared. I have dedicated my life to figuring out why.
They were wiped out by a race of sentient machines. The Reapers.
The Reapers? But I have never heard of. How do you know this? What evidence do you have?
There was a damaged Prothean beacon on Eden Prime. It burned a vision into my brain. I'm still trying to sort out what it all means.
Visions? Yes, that makes sense. The beacons were designed to transmit information directly into the mind of the user. Finding one that still works is extremely rare. No wonder the geth attacked Eden Prime. The chance to acquire a working beacon, even a badly damaged one, is worth almost any risk. But the beacons were only programmed to interact with Prothean physiology. Whatever information you received would have been confused, unclear. I am amazed you were able to make sense of it at all. A lesser mind would have been utterly destroyed by the process. You must be remarkably strong-willed, Commander.
Okay, this isn't helping us find Saren or the conduit.
Of course, you are right. I am sorry, my scientific curiosity got the better of me. Unfortunately, I do not have any information that could help you find the conduit, or Saren.
I don't know why Saren wanted you out of the picture, but I think we'll be a lot better off if we bring you along.
Thank you, Commander. Saren might come after me again. I cannot think of anywhere safer than here on your ship. And my knowledge of the Protheans might be useful later on.
And her biotics will come in handy when the fighting starts.
Good to have you on the team, Liara.
Thank you, Commander. I am very grateful. Oh, I am afraid I am feeling a bit lightheaded.
When was the last time you ate or slept? Dr. Chakwa should take a look at you.
It is probably just mental exhaustion, coupled with the shock of discovering the Prothean's true fate. I need some time to process all this. Still, it could not hurt to be examined by a medical professional. It will give me the chance to think things over. Are we finished here, Commander?
We can talk again after you've seen the doctor. The rest of you, dismissed.
Mission reports are filed, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
We've received your report, Commander. I understand Dr. Tassoni is on the Normandy.
I assume you're taking the necessary security precautions.
Liara's on our side. The geth were trying to kill her.
Benezia would never allow Saren to kill her daughter.
Maybe she doesn't know.
Or maybe we don't know her. We never expected she could become a traitor.
At least the mission was a success.
Apart from the utter destruction of a major Prothean ruin. Was that really necessary, Shepard?
The geth were crawling all over those ruins. We were lucky to make it out alive.
Of course, Commander. The mission must always take priority.
Good luck, Commander. Remember, we are all counting on you.
So, that is where we're going to cut this one off. After each mission, you can go and you can talk to everybody on the ship and advance the plot lines. And we'll do that at the beginning of the next episode. Until next time, I've been Brando. We'll see you then. Later on, guys. Game on.